Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your full moon reading. We have a full moon in the sign of Aries, so we're going to explore some advice, guidance and messages for you, the Cancer Collective. It is of course a general reading, so take from it what you need when you need it. Oh, that looks interesting. Wow. Cancer, 4 cards from the starter row. And some oracle cards towards the end. To get some more confirmation, clarification, messages. So we're starting off with the Princess of Pentacles, which is of course messenger, female messenger from the 3D world, making you aware, as we have the 6 of Pentacles here. So these two are immediately connected, as are these two. So that's interesting. There's a journey going on during this full moon here. Being aware of how to manage your finances, for instance. How to cope and survive in the 3D world. Seeing the opportunities, the options, the chances, possibilities. The Princess of Pentacles has come to assist you, to bring you a special message regarding your finances. The improvement of your finances. The 6 of Pentacles is, of course, the budget card. So you're learning even more to budget. Cancers are very good at budgeting. Even sometimes they don't know they have this talent. But they're very, very good at budgeting. So, not spending recklessly, not spending on things you don't need. Really restraining yourself from overspending. So that is good. That is good for survival in the 3D world, of course. You need to keep an eye on your finance. You need to keep an eye on your bank balance. And yes, unless you live off-grid somewhere in the country, then you don't need to do that. If you sustain your living from nature, for instance, you don't need to do that. But living in the 3D material world, normally we have to do the budgeting. Now, the 5 of Cups, you've walked away from an emotionally unfulfilling situation. You've done this very consciously. And you've drawn a line in the sand. You're not putting up with this emotional manipulation any longer. The 3 cups are spilled. 2 cups are upright, but you're a little bit closed off right now to any emotional influence from the outside. Kind of sustaining yourself here as the Queen of Cups, of course, the Cancerian Queen, the Queen of Water. Very much self-sustaining with the water element, going with the flow, but also being in control, especially your heart space and your solar plexus, protecting your solar plexus very fiercely, but opening the heart space at the same time, but also not letting in any negativity, anything that doesn't serve your spiritual advancement, anything that's clashing with your higher self and your higher awareness. You're letting go. So it's looking good here during this full moon, Cancer. You're very much in control of your soul desires. You're following your DNA plan. You are the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Water. very much shielded, protected, and guided by the divine, using every influence, especially spiritual, to get emotional healing, physical healing, spiritual healing, and knowing what to do. If the white buffalo, that of course denotes healing on all levels, sitting right here in the spiritual 4 directions medicine wheel. Let's see what, oh, that's interesting. Balancing polarities, compassion and determination. So balancing polarities, the left and the right, the pros and the cons, the female and the male, the youth and the masculine. Oh, I can see what's happening here. So basically that's your feminine aspect. These 4 relate to your feminine aspects. The other 3 here relating to your relationship with your male aspects. Whether you're male or female, it applies in the same way. So exploring, you're enjoying, you're making use of your masculine aspects, but you're making the main decisions in your feminine power. So balancing polarities, trying to negotiate the inside and the outside, the material, the spiritual, the physical and the emotional. Heart very much open to love. Sun and the moon, polarities, masculine strength. Third eye, almost looks like a coin, doesn't it? It looks like a pentacle, like a disc. So, very much living in the physical world, being aware, especially when it comes to healing. You are shaman, Cancer, male or female. You've been shaman forever, since you were born. But it became especially evident in your youth, during your teenage years, very formative years for you, the most formative of all. And holding on to that shaman knowledge from time immemorial, exploring new avenues all the time. How you can become a better person, how you can advance yourself, how you can become more balanced and harmonious within, stable, content. But you're also very organized and focused here with your masculine. There, month by month, moon cycle by moon cycle. Now we have the full moon, we have the blossoming of something. The lunar god, the blossoming of the lunar god, awakening within you, Cancer. Of course you are guided by the moon. That is your ruling celestial body. It is not a planet, it is the moon of our very own Earth. You are always very much connected to the Earth, Cancer. And you are ruled, your emotions are ruled by the moon. That's one aspect of what's ruling your emotions. Of course, you have your intuition, your insight, your instincts, your inner voice. You're connecting to your higher self, your higher awareness, which you always have done in one form or another. You have the potential, you have the power within. You always had it. Tenacity, focus, going forward, progressing, never standing still, always looking for ways to improve yourself, whether they are baby steps or whether they are big steps, whether they are a new spiritual awareness, dealing with people in different ways, however it manifests itself. But you have always been very much in touch with your higher self and your higher awareness. Cancer. So, balancing polarities also can mean, it just say here, compassion and determination and, the focus. But it can also mean looking after your health, knowing what to do. You always have been shaman. Shaman knows how to heal themselves and to help others to heal themselves as well. So there is always progress. There is self-confidence. You have always done your shadow work. Especially in the recent years, there's been an upturn in your shadow work, working on your insecurities, dealing with your anxieties, dealing with the old wounds, closing the old wounds, healing the old wounds, facing the inner fears from the past, breaking through the old pattern barrier of the old constructs, the old concepts, the old conditioning, the old habits. Habits are going, habits are leaving you. You're connecting back to your shaman nature. You're very much balancing your feminine and your masculine energies extremely well right now, especially during this phase of the full moon in Aries. Nothing can throw you off your path. Consigning the past to the past, you're walking away from unfulfilling situations, you're leaving those behind. They're not yours anymore. You are the Queen of Cups. You are your true authentic self. Always working in your true authentic self, always. But also having compassion for others. But helping others in the form of helping others to help themselves, giving advice, giving tips, helping those that want to help themselves. Okay, here we go then. Cancer, it's been a pleasure reading for you. See you next time. Until then, take very good care. Bye-bye.